Hello, fellow stackers. Welcome to Joseph's Reserves. I'm Joseph, and I store 20% of my income in the form of coins and precious metals. Silver stackers are always asking, how many ounces do I need to be ready? Well, ready for what? Today, we're talking about the very first goals any stacker should have, the emergency fund. And we're going to break it down to exactly how much silver and gold that means in real world terms. But first, a quick shout out to yesterday's first commenter. Mix Ugly EVs, congratulations. You're today's first class stacker. Most financial planners will suggest an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, and some push that suggestion to 12 months. The average American family of 4 spends about $110,000 a year according to Ramsey Solutions in 2025, which is roughly $9,167 per month. That's what we're going to use as our baseline for an emergency plan. So, what does that look like? 3 months of expenses would be $27,500, 6 months being $55,000, and 12 months of expenses being the full $110,000. If we turn those numbers into ounces of silver, your 3-month goal turns into 652 ounces, the 6-month goal turns into 1,305 ounces, and the 12-month goal is a whopping 2,610 ounces. But think about it, 2,610 ounces of silver for a 12-month emergency fund weighs over 160 pounds. That's not something you can easily grab and go on the move if you need to, or even comfortable at all just moving from one place to another, for example, in the case of buying a new home or just moving where you live. This is where gold comes in. I suggest a sliding ratio of silver to gold. As my emergency fund grows, I'd slowly become heavier in gold. Here's my practical approach. That 3 months emergency fund, the $27,500, is going to be 80% silver and 20% gold. That's going to look like 522 ounces of silver and about 1.5 ounces of gold. The 6 months of $55,000 is going to be 2/3 silver and 1/3 gold. That's going to look like 862 ounces of silver and about 5 ounces of gold. And 12 months of expenses, the full $110,000, I would split 40% to silver and 60% to gold. That would look like just over 1,000 ounces of silver and about 18 ounces of gold. Looking at these numbers, I'm thinking about how amazing it would be to get to 2 monster boxes, that's 1,000 ounces of silver, and a full 20-ounce tube of gold. Of course, I prefer the fractional gold, so these 20 ounces would likely be broken up into 1/10-ounce coins or 1/4-ounce coins. But for me, I save 20% of my income in gold and silver. Week by week, it adds up. The goal isn't just numbers on a page. It's knowing my family could be covered for 3, 6, or 12 months of living expenses if an unexpected event was to occur. Proverbs 6:6-8 says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways to be wise. It has no commander, no overseer ruler, yet it stores its provisions in the summer and gathers its food at harvest." That's stacking, little by little preparing so that you're ready when the winter comes. So tell me in the comments which emergency fund you are working towards. 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. It really helps my channel grow. Thank you for watching, but most of all, remember, every ounce adds up, so just keep stacking.